afternoon. My name is Mrs. Fuller, and I'm talking to you from the Environmental Education Center in Seagoville, Texas. I'd like to introduce you to my little friend. Her name is Lauren. Lauren is an Americana chicken, and she's got some interesting characteristics. So we're going to go over some of those characteristics in just a minute. I want you to take a good look at her before we go into the PowerPoint. I want you to look at her face. Can you see these tufts on the side of her face? She's got these big tufts. And look at her comb on top of her head. It's not very big. Some chickens have really big combs. Hers is called a pea comb, I guess because of the size of it. It helps keep her cool in the summertime to radiate heat, and in the winter it keeps her from getting frostbite. She's got a curved beak, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but I want you to look at it while you can. Turn your face, Lauren. The other way. Whichever way I turn. There you go. You can see that curved beak? Yeah, that's one of her characteristics. These chickens have really beautiful coloring. Look at that reddish brown on her. She almost, when she was littler, she almost looked like a hawk. She doesn't look so much like that now, but she looks similar to a kestrel or some other kind of bird of prey. She's very soft. She's affectionate, and she's very sweet. She's got a very sweet nature. She follows me around. She's my classroom pet, and she she's funny. She likes to do funny things. One of the things she does is instead of laying her eggs in her nest, she'll lay her eggs on my desk. So that's interesting to see her do that. I'm going to talk for just a few minutes about it. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And here we go. The Americana chicken. They lay blue eggs. Now, Lauren doesn't lay blue eggs, and I'm going to explain why in just a minute. So, what are we going to go over today? We're going to go over the history of the Americana chicken, some of her characteristics, and then we're going to talk about Texas agriculture for just a second. So, let's start off talking about the history. This breed, the Americana, are a breed that's been developed from a breed from South America, from Chile. And it's a domestic chicken called an Araucana. So they got the name Americana. They spliced America with Araucana and came up with Americana. And these Americana chickens became real popular with people who raise backyard chickens. And that's a big craze right now. A lot of people have chickens in their backyard. Now, I live in Dallas, and in Dallas, they won't let you keep roosters because they're too noisy. So a lot of people have hens in their backyard, but they don't have roosters. And the reason why that became so popular with these backyard chicken raisers is the fact that they lay these beautiful blue eggs, and number two is the fact that they're such an easy breed to get along with. Now, Araucana chickens, the breed that this breed was evolved from, they've got some genetic problems, which the Americanas don't have. And the Araucanas, the South American breed, has two defective genes associated with their body type. One of them is they've got these great big giant ear tufts that come off the side of their head. The gene from that causes a lethal condition in the embryo, in the baby chick. And if they get a gene from both parents, the baby will have that. And the other one is the Araucana doesn't really have a rump. It's a sort of a tailless chicken. And that there's a gene associated with that trait, that rumpless trait. And as a result, if they get that gene from both parents, once again, problems with the embryo in the egg. Okay, now let's talk about the qualities of this wonderful chicken. They are very hardy. They hold up well in our climate. And they're very sweet natured. I mean, I've been holding her for what, 5 minutes now, and she hadn't made a peep. The hens lay blue eggs, and they make really good mothers. The roosters exhibit a trait. It's called tidbitting. And it's sort of like ritualistic playing with their food, and apparently it's very attractive to the hen Americanas. But what they do is, if they find something to eat, like a nice worm or a piece of food, they'll pick it up and throw it and let it hit the ground, and do that over and over again to attract the chicks' attention, to draw the attention of the hens. And this is an excellent choice for a backyard chicken enthusiast. I recommend them. I've had both these and the blue silkies, and they're both excellent chickens. The Americana chickens lay blue eggs, and their feathers come in a lot of different colorways, not just this reddish brown, but others, silver, etc. I think there's about 6 or 7 different colorways they come in. And I've already told you this is called a pea comb, and it helps her with her temperature control. And she has a beard. There's her little beard right there. She's got a curved beak. They do have blue legs. So let me, can you, I don't know if you can see her leg. But anyway, there you go. You see that blue leg there? Okay. Now, the deal about the blue egg is that there's a gene that chickens who lay brown eggs have, and it's a dominant gene. And the gene the Americana and the Araucana chicken have, it's a dominant gene also. So if the parents of the chicken are not both Araucana or Americana, but one is a parent that has the trait for a brown egg, you end up with an egg like this. This egg is not blue, but it's not brown either. It's sort of an olive drab. And these are the eggs that Lauren lays. Lauren, she's an olive egger. She lays olive colored eggs. And it's because one of her parents laid blue eggs and the other one carried the trait. Obviously, the roosters don't lay eggs, but they carry the trait for that color. So since both are dominant, both the brown egg and the blue egg, it's expressed on this egg, but of course it doesn't come out blue or brown. It comes out a mixture color. Okay, and let's see. Oh, and let's now talk about Texas agriculture, of which Lauren and a whole bunch of other chickens play a part. Now, we've got a lot of agricultural commodities here in Texas. We've got vineyards, we've got orchards, both pecan and and fruit and all kinds of things like that. The top 5 agricultural commodities in Texas are beef cattle. I know you're not surprised by that. Cotton, and then broilers, young chickens. And then we have greenhouse and nursery products, and then dairy products. So those are the top 5. 1 out of every 7 working Texan, that's 14%, is in an agriculture related job. That's very, very important to our economy. Texas agriculture industry has an annual economic impact of $106 billion on the state's economy. Just remember, agriculture is your culture. So we're going to stop right here with our PowerPoint. So let me stop sharing. Okay, and we're back to our regular screen with our regular chicken. And if you, when the pandemic is over and we're able to come back to the Environmental Center for real life field trips and not virtual field trips, I invite you to come by and say hello to Lauren, the Americana chicken. And I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much. Good day.